Hello guys, if you are wondering why I am not talking, it is because of how emotionally distraught I am right now. Currently I have locked myself in my safe space and I am watching a marathon of Sesame Street. What I am about to show you may be triggering, so please, if you are emotionally unstable, I strongly urge you not to watch this video. The event in question occurred when I was obtaining clips for a legacy video and I was approached by a monster intent on tearing apart my safe place. Viewer discretion advised. As you can see here, I was having a polite conversation with a player who wanted to engage in combat. Being a pacifist, I was about to kindly decline his offer, and inform him the only reason I was there was to protest the senseless violence, but then from the south came the monster known as Don't Hit. Without provocation he viciously attacked me. I could feel blow after blow slam into my body. It was clear he was intent on killing me. While he attacked me he was muttering nonsensical ramblings. It was not so much the physical abuse that hurt me so much as raw brutality he unleashed onto my emotional prairie of peace. As you saw, he failed to do what player killers refer to as a KO, and I believe this is what pushed him over the edge. Apparently it was my fault that he failed, so he began to tear apart the walls of my safe place brick by brick. First he attacked my mom, who is a beautiful, independent woman. Then he assumed my sexual preference. It is here I must pause the video and tell you guys something I have struggled with, and have tried to hide from everyone. But I believe now is the time to come out and tell you. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. Ever since I was a boy I dreamed of soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot sticky loads on disgusting foreigners. People say to me that a person being a helicopter is impossible and I'm fucking retarded, but I don't care, I'm beautiful. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades, 30mm cannons, and AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body. From now on I want you guys to call me Apache and respect my right to kill from above and kill needlessly. If you can't accept me, you're a heliphobe and need to check your vehicle privilege. Thank you for being so understanding. Next he tries prayer flicking like an old school PVM pro. Then returns to his nonsensical mutterings. Being the bigger person, and constantly caring for those around me, I repeatedly tried to calm him down, by telling him to stop talking and just breathe. But it was clear he was intent on pushing his player killer supremacy onto me. I even informed him there were adults in the vicinity that I could call out for, but he just smiled cruelly and told me my ass was his. Fearing not only for my life, but also for the purity of relationship for my future heli mate, I went into panic mode. Thinking quickly, I made a mental list of what I could do. I could just submit to his will and hope without resistance he would lose interest. But I realized this is not what an attack helicopter would do, so I decided to fight back. He kept screaming at me to shut up as no one would help. I knew that despite my newfound heli courage I was in a pickle. He then proceeded to fail another KO. I told him that even though he was failing, that he should keep trying, because even though so far he was a failure, eventually, with persistence, and determination, and a little bit of magic, he would succeed. I did not know how wrong I could be. After I managed to free myself from his grasp and run to the nearest safe place, I decided that I must be strong and go back out to protest violence. It is then that I get into a spirited debate with a player killer who for once wanted to talk and not fight. However, as we were debating, I couldn't help but feel like I was being watched. It felt like an itch that you cannot scratch, a nagging in the back of your brain. I knew that I was in trouble and needed to get out of there. I tried to tell my fellow debater that we must vacate our current location as I did not feel it was safe anymore, but he was too far engrossed in my riveting arguments that he didn't hear me. It was then a shadowy figure appeared behind us. We both started walking faster and the figure sped up. I could tell by his strutting walk that he was what I like to refer to as a fuckboy. Both of us decided that if we could not outrun this shadowy apparition that we would try to hide, so spotting a grove of trees we took refuge. As we hid in the trees, I tried to calm down my fellow debatee and tell him that even though we were strangers and I didn't even know his name, I would protect him as if he were my own baby dragon. Then we heard footsteps in the distance. Closer and closer they came slowly, and then they stopped. My hands were sweaty, my knees weak, and arms heavy, I could barely move. Then the fuckboy pounced. Luckily I was able to use my ninja skills to evade him and at the same time trip him. He fell to the ground cursing us and we ran away. I tell you guys this story in the hopes that you guys will find strength in it. The strength of not giving up, the strength of standing up for others, and the strength of being just plain awesome. Well, by the time this video is uploaded, my Sesame Street marathon should be coming to a close, and as I emerge from my safe place I am cautiously optimistic that the world may someday be a better place. To all of my subscribers, remember, you are all both stunning and brave. Never believe anything different.